Welcome everyone. Thank you for coming and joining us to talk about natural healing for every home. Tracy and I are going to go through how to use essential oils, why doTERRA, and just talk about the uses and how you can implement that into your life in a really easy way. So I'm just going to share my screen and share sound. Yes. Everyone see that? Is that coming up?
Yeah.
As a slideshow for you guys? You can see that? Okay. So what are essential oils? So I asked before, a few of you already use essential oils, and we're going to talk about what they are, how to use them, and why doTERRA, because there's a lot of essential oils out in the market.
Kim, have you got it on slideshow?
Yes. Does it not come out of a slideshow for you?
No.
Yeah, it is. Yes, right.
You might need to push this big box to make it on slideshow for you. Do you know what I mean? Kind of like Carolyn. So the first question is, you don't have to answer this straight away, but it's something to think about throughout as we go through. What is your top 3 health concerns? Now, no one really wakes up with nothing going on in their life. We've all got something, whether it would be emotional stuff, whether it's physical, environmental, might be hormonal, could be pain, anything like that. So anything that rings true to you. So if it's immunity or maybe you really want to get into low tox cleaning, just write that down if you've got a paper with you, or write on your phone if that's near you, and just think about that as we go through the next few slides. So we're just going to show you a video here. So I just pushed the wrong button. I was trying to let someone in, sorry. Let me just get Amy in. Sorry, team, I just pushed technology. Here we go. Can you guys hear that? Is that playing for you? Can you hear it now?
What is purity?
Okay, cool.
Is it the absence of contaminants? Something pristine, unadulterated? Or is it the way we treat others, the conditions on which we give? Is purity a love? The kind felt for a distant community as if it were a close-knit family? Or is it the will to do good for no other reason than because it's good? Is it honesty, fairness, good character? One thing's for sure, purity is not easy. The pursuit of purity requires more than just conviction. It means rejecting even the thought of cutting a corner. It means doing what's right, even when what's right is what's seemingly insurmountable. We are more than just an essential oils company. We are in the business of empowerment. Everything we do is designed to open opportunity. Whether it's a farmer inspired, a mother assured, an athlete emboldened, or an entrepreneur on fire, this is our mission, to empower through purity. It's why we don't just buy farms, we build farmers. It's why we don't just see another's potential, we make sure they see it themselves. It's why we turn wellness advocates into advocates of change, through our product as well as our purpose. It's why everything we do is designed to empower others. And best of all, we're not alone. So let's pursue together. Let's pursue healthier families and happier communities, kinder interactions and stronger connections. Let's pursue understanding and common ground, humility, empathy, and charity. Let's pursue being the difference that makes all the difference. Let's pursue a smile on the face of everyone we meet, and a positive impact left behind everywhere we go. Because when the pure gifts of the earth are paired with the pure love of each other,
Okay. So we just,
Okay.
it's on to you now, Tracy.
Okay, so in life we have choices, so and which I'm sure everybody here understands. So between conventional medicine versus modern, and we've got here a modern approach is actually designed to manage symptoms. So they're made from isolated synthetics. So, you know, if you go to the doctor and you've got a rash on your skin, they're actually looking at the symptoms, what you've got. So they're either going to give you a hydrocortisone cream or something like that to manage that symptom. You've got a chesty cough, you've got a pain. If you're in an accident, you end up, they're actually checking you out, triaging you to see what they need to do, deal with at that time. So, and half the time they're looking at symptoms, not actually looking at the root cause of what's actually going on. So over 11 trillion a year is spent on global healthcare, but are we any healthier? And that's the question that we need to ask ourselves. And especially me with my journey, that's the question I ask is, you know, but why? What's going on, but why? So with our approach, we're actually looking at the root cause. And plants know, plants are actually, essential oils are actually medicine for plants. So the body actually knows what it needs. You know, if you cut yourself, the body actually will heal itself if you do nothing. But what you actually feed it either hinders it or supports it. So plants are actually enhances our overall wellness. There's safe benefits, and the body actually knows what to do with natural remedies.
Mm. So we are nature, right? Same as plants. It's not
Mm.
foreign.
So what are essential oils? So they are nature's defense mechanism, as I just said. So here on the right, we've actually got a peppermint leaf. So when you actually look at the peppermint, all you see is this little leaf, and it can be a little bit hairy. And underneath those heat are the little peppermint oil sacs. So there's heaps of them there. So when they actually steam distill the peppermint leaves, the essential oil comes out. So they're pure extracts from plants, and they're actually 5 to 7 times more powerful than the source they actually come from. So it's not just the herb, because some actually come from trees as well, some come from fruit, etc. too. They're complex compounds with versatile abilities. The root cause is what they focus on, and they're affordable, only cents per drop, and they're a great alternative to synthetic approaches. So on the right, there's a little picture there. So they actually, if you've got your cell, around the outside of your cell is a fatty cell membrane. And if you go to the doctor and they give you a synthetic, for example, like a Panadol or a Nurofen or ibuprofen, they say drink it with water, and you're meant to have it with a lot of water, a big glass of water, because otherwise, what actually happened to my auntie was, what they do as they get older in hospital is they just have a quick sip like that and take down the tablet. But what it actually can do is it can burn a hole in the stomach, which actually happened to her by taking so much Panadol every 4 hours. So with the essential oils, they actually go through that cell membrane and they go right into the middle of the cell. So as it says there, it takes 1 kg of peppermint leaves to make a 15 ml bottle of essential oils. So you can see the highly potent volatile compounds from plants. So why doTERRA essential oils? And I think this is a really great graph that we've actually got here. So they're sustainably sourced. So doTERRA don't grow their own oils. They actually work with the farmers and growers all around the world. So different countries have actually got, for example, Italy, Sicily is where our lemon essential oil comes from. From Bulgaria is where our rose essential oil and lavender essential oil comes from. Oman and Somalia is where our frankincense comes from. So they're working with farmers that have been living on and working the land for centuries. And the raw materials are sourced from over 45 countries. Some of them are actually developing countries as well. And then what makes doTERRA different is their purity is guaranteed. So they're actually tested. doTERRA do about 15 tests for purity, and then they're outsourced to a third party, which is the Aromatic Plant Research Company. And on the bottom of the bottle, they put a batch number and the expiry date. So the batch number, you can go on a website called sourcetoyou.com and you can actually get the quality report. And on the side of the bottle, when you read it, it's actually, so for this says lemon, it's got citrus limon, so they've got the botanical name of it. It says it's pure essential oil, and then it's got CPTG, which is your certified pure therapeutic grade essential oil. And then it's got directions for use. For flavoring use, dilute 1 drop in food or liquid. So it tells you whether to use it aromatically, topically, or internally as well. And then a global impact. doTERRA all around the world have got a Healing Hands Foundation. Here in New Zealand, it is the New Zealand Women's Refuge. Over in Australia, they've got actually Blue Dragon as well, and I'm not sure what it is actually over in the UK, but there will be different charities that they actually work to support. Now, this last one box on the right here, why a new standard of quality? So as you can see by that pie chart, most of your essential oils out there on the market are synthetics. Then there's a few that are actually food grade as well. I know when I was actually into a cooking phase of making lasagne macarons, I went to a cook shop and bought a peppermint essential oil that I could use within it. It also had, it said it was organic, and it said it had safflower oil in it as well. So therefore, it has already been what we call adulterated, and under licensing, the only 20% is actually has to be pure oil to actually use that word pure on it. And then you've got your tested grade, so they're tested as well, so they might be called therapeutic grade, but doTERRA actually take it one step further, and they've actually got, there's no benchmarking, so doTERRA have got the certified pure therapeutic grade. So it's tested and trusted, and it's their aromatic plant research company do about 76 analysis. So if you go on the website sourcetoyou.com, you can actually see that for yourself. You're on mute, Kim.
I muted myself because there was a weird noise before. Got to put it back on. Right, so there's 3 ways to use essential oils. So aromatically is the safest way to use it. So that's just getting a drop of essential oil and dropping it into your hand, or even just sniffing straight from the bottle. You can have an experience just by sniffing it from the bottle, or you can rub it together and just gently inhale. I have actually got a diffuser going, I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah, you can see it. Diffuser going here, and I always thought when you diffuse oils you actually burn them, but actually that kills the health benefits of your oil. So this is just cold water in there, and it's just the aromatic plant, it just kind of sends the mist into the air, which is really beautiful. So that's the safest way to use the oils. We can also use them topically, which means we can use it on our skin. So if we have a sore shoulder or maybe a headache, what we can do is get a drop of our essential oil. I've got coconut oil. We use fractionated coconut oil, which is, coconut oils have the fatty chain to move so it stays liquid form. We use it to dilute the oil so it stays liquid form. So you know how coconut oil is quite hard. So we just add like a drop of that to our hand with a drop of the essential oil. And like, let's just say I've got a bit of a sore shoulder, I've just used some peppermint and I can just rub it into my shoulders, and that's going to help it penetrate straight into my cell membrane. If you just put essential oil straight onto your skin, it evaporates. So we need to, 1, use the carrier oil to protect our skin, and 2, for it to go into the cell membrane. Like that image that we showed in the last slide, you can see it going straight into the cell. Another way to use the oils is in a food flavoring. I'm actually having cup of tea here, and I've actually put a drop of peppermint oil, snap Tracy, on my tea bag. So I pop it on there, a little bit of cold water in the bottom. Oh, I just dropped the paper bit in there, darn it. Anyway, and then you just pop it on this tea bag, and then you fill it with your hot water. The reason we add a little bit of cold water is so we just don't kill the health benefits of the oil, and also The reason why we put it on a tea bag is if it just sits, because it's an oil, and water and oil don't mix, so it just sit on the top and it can be quite tingly on your lips. You know, we like to make raw chocolate and all those sorts of things. I know Tracy's loves to experiment in the kitchen, so any kind of herbs that you have you can use with our oils. Just always read the label, so not every oil you can ingest. It just says on the side of the bottle, topical, food flavouring on it, if it's food flavouring. So yes, I'm just going to go on to the next slide. So we're going to go through, like doTERRA have over like 300 oils. So we're just going through the top 10, and there's a very good reason why they're called the top 10, because whenever I go away anywhere, that's what I take. And there's actually, they have over 100 uses. So lemon is, as you can see, heaps of uses. We're not going to go through everything, but one way I love to use lemon is first thing in the morning in a warm water. It's really detoxifying, it's cleansing on the system, it's amazing for our liver. As you can see, it's great for focus, energy, and all those things there. It also cleanses the air. So lemon is, unlike lemon juice that you get, like a fresh lemon, that can kill the enamel on your teeth, whereas our lemon's from the peel of the lemon. So it's got all the more nutrients in that, but also it's not going to make us have sensitive teeth. So actually, dentists can't stand it when people are actually always using lemon in their water. So this is a great alternative if you're one of those people that like to do that. Then we've got peppermint. So peppermint is one of my faves, energizing. It's really like 1 drop of peppermint is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So it's super strong. And as we know, like I had a class the other night and they're like, whoa, these oils are so strong. It's because they're the concentrate. You know, we dilute it ourselves. A lot of oils you buy out there are already diluted. So that's why they don't seem as strong as our ones. So, but what you see is what you get. So really good for any kind of headaches. It's a really good bug repellent. Great for that mental fog. So I quite often diffuse this in my office with wild orange and peppermint. It's a beautiful way to kind of keep you focused and energized. And then we've got, this is you, Tracy, isn't it?
Yeah, so tea tree is absolutely fantastic for many things, thinking of antiseptic as well. So the oils we're talking about individually, you can actually put them together. So I've got an ouchie spray here, which we give you the recipes for if you get started. So this has actually got lavender, tea tree, and frankincense. And then it's got a little bit of fractionated coconut oil and then topped up with water. And if you've got any cuts, scrapes, bruises, or anything like that, you can just spray it straight onto it and either just spray it on and not rub it in if you don't want the cut to be touched, because wounds should be called moist and warm, so then you can cover it up. So this is a great antiseptic. I use it, put it on a cotton pad and put it in the bottom of my rubbish bin, or on a handy towel in the bottom of the rubbish bin. I make a toilet spray with it with oregano and eucalyptus. I also make a put it in my toilet brush. I don't know if you've got toilet brushes that you can actually put water in. So I put some drops with some On Guard concentrate cleaner. So there's so many things you can do. So bee stings, it's great on bee stings as well. So great for immune system function as well, decreases common cold symptoms if you get a cold. So there's so many uses with it. While we're talking about wellness, the next one is On Guard. And On Guard used to be, at the time of the plague, was known like thieves' oil. So where the perfume merchants couldn't actually sell their perfume, their essential oils, so they went looting and they covered themselves in their essential oils. So therefore, just to give you an idea, because they didn't get sick, this is a fantastic one for a healthy immune system or respiratory function. I actually make a roller ball with just some drops of the On Guard in it, add frankincense, and then fill it up with the fractionated coconut oil. And every morning for the last 9 years now, coming up 9 years, I've been rolling that on the bottoms of my feet, and I haven't had any coughs, colds, snivels, or anything, because my body cannot fight MS as well as a rundown system. So therefore, I need to keep myself well. You can make surface cleaners with it, and even just diffusing it. Just to give you an idea of the smell, I don't know if you used to get oranges, we used to stick cloves into the oranges because in it's actually got clove bud, wild orange, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. And so it's got that cinnamony orange, reminds me of that Christmas sort of smell of sticking the cloves into an orange, just to give you a fourth sensory perspective here if you've never smelt it before. So it smells really clean and fresh. And they have a whole range in the On Guard. So then we've got Zengest, or it can be known as Digestine as well. So this is a great one for me. If I eat something that doesn't agree with me, I actually just either get a wee shot glass of water, put a couple of drops and swallow it, or I get some fractionated coconut oil or even it neat and put it in my tummy button and go around my tummy. Or heartburn, if I get that as well. I've got a rollerball, which I keep. So I've been getting like a reflux sometimes. So I keep it beside my bed and just roll it down my esophagus and down my tummy. And you're either, you relieve that pressure either by burping or you know what, flatulence. So it's fantastic, and it's got all your tummy tamer oil, so for a healthy digestion. So think of anything tummy, even car sickness or anything like that. I actually use it on our dog as well. When she ate something with the rollerball, so you use more of the carrier oil and just one drop of the oil, and the wee rollerball, I just roll it on her tummy. So it's got peppermint, coriander, ginger, caraway, cardamom, fennel, and anise in it. So you can see all those beautiful tummy taming essential oils to help anything gastrointestinal.
So we're moving on to ice blue now. So just think, way if you can think of the smell is think of deep heat without all the chemicals in it. So it heats but it cools. So ice blue is really amazing for soothing any aches and pains you have, whether you're active or not, or whether you've got sore joints or ongoing issues. It's really good for that. Tired muscles, even seasonal pain. I find if you're a gardener and you know that your back is going to ache or your knees are going to hurt before you go into the garden, I would highly recommend putting this on before you go. So it actually just warms up that area. So you just, like I said before, with your coconut oil, you can just add a squirt of that and then a drop of your ice blue and just rub it into the area. But just be really mindful not to rub your eyes or go to the toilet not long before you wash your hands, because it's very awakening, this ice blue. You don't want to get it in certain areas. So there's a blend of wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, helichrysum, blue tansy flower, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. So it's a well-used blend in our house. We use it daily. And then we've got Easier. So think Vicks, but this is nature's version. So Vicks actually has petroleum in it, which is petrol. We don't want to be putting that on our body or our skin. Before I knew what I knew now, I used to use Vicks, but now I know what I know. I don't want to put that on my family. And yeah, so this is really good for opening up your airways. It's great to, if you've got someone that's got ongoing respiratory issues, this is really good to support them. So you can rub this on the chest before sleep. My husband's a bit of a snorer, so he puts this on before bed. We diffuse it. It really helps open his airways, and he has a better night's sleep, and so do I. So it's a win-win. So great for seasonal change, you know, as we change the seasons, we can get a bit sniffly. So this is really good for that. So great for those common colds and those kind of things. And then we've got oregano. This is still me, isn't it? Yeah, oregano. So this is like, we call this nature's antibiotic, really. It's amazing for our immune system. So if I ever feel like I'm compromised and I feel like I'm coming down with something, I will get onto oregano straight away. So with like anything natural, you need to nip it in the bud as soon as you have symptoms. I think if you leave it too long, that's when you probably will need to go to the pharmacy or whatever, but we want to avoid that. So nature has the answers, and this one's such a powerhouse, very strong. If you are using it in cooking, I highly recommend you only use like a toothpick, because I've ruined dishes before where I've put a drop in and it's too much because it's super strong. So yeah, great for anything, your common colds, any kind of ongoing issues, tummy issues, that kind of thing. It's really good. Also good for your respiratory as well. Okay.
Okay, so frankincense, the king of oils, and if you got stuck on an island and you could only take one oil, this would be the one to take. So it's fantastic for mood, for anxiety, for any anxiousness. As you can see, it's great combined with other essential oils. It amplifies all your other essential oils. It goes through the blood-brain barrier. I put a drop of this under my tongue every morning. So it's got sort of quite an ancienty smell, so to support the body. So it works at a cellular level. It's great on the nervous system because we know the nervous system is what when it's and creates inflammation when it's inflamed in our body through stress or illness or anything like that. When it's on high alert, that's what we need to keep the body in a calm state. You can use it in skincare. So I make my own serums and also cleansers as well using the essential oils. So this is absolutely beautiful. And as I say, if you make your own perfume, it's a base note. So therefore it's very, very deep and it actually holds all your other essential oils. So it helps support the body from free radical damage, which is from oxidative stress, so pollutants, toxins, and things like that. So this is a phenomenal one. And I managed to get 1 year crown to go on top, so you can see it's the king of oils.
Love it.
And then we've got our fractionated coconut oil that Kim always already said, and they've removed the fatty chain acids. So this here is it's liquid state, so it's actually like a massage oil, but it's odorless and colorless. So when you actually put it with your essential oils to use them topically, because if you put a drop in your hand, which Kim was showing you, you're actually acting like a diffuser. So that is just going there and it's flashing off. You can inhale it, but when you actually add the carrier oil to it, if you've got a sore shoulder or sore knee or sore hips, when you massage it in, therefore it localizes it. So it actually is going into where the discomfort actually is in your body. So it's fantastic for using with that. And what I love about doTERRA is this fractionated coconut oil, because there's lots of fractionated coconut oils on the market that you can buy and massage oils. It's tested as well. So it's sourced from the Philippines. It also goes through the same testing process just to make sure that it is fractionated coconut oil and nothing else has actually been added to it, which is all about yield with other companies and making more money out of it. So these here, the lifelong vitality supplements, you can buy them individually, but the best way to buy them is in a pack. And having 3 sons, I call them the engine cleanser, which is your alpha CRS. So it stands for alpha cellular repair system. EO omega is your omegas. And you've got your microplex, which is your vitamins and minerals. So I call them the engine cleanser, engine oil, and engine fuel. And without putting that in your car will go nowhere. So these are packed with antioxidants. So I've actually just had my eyes tested. And the only antioxidants that the eyes actually make is lutein and zeaxanthin. And my eyesight, the what do you call them? The eye doctor? My mind's gone blank. Anyway,
Optometrist.
Optometrist. Thank you, Kim. She said that she actually couldn't make the eye test any smaller, so for me to actually see it, which is fantastic. So we need to be proactive and find these out. And I was telling her all about these here and what we're taking with the antioxidants that they've got them. They've got the essential oils in all of them. Now, there's a reason the essential oils, because they are the key to unlock all the nutrients and vitamins and omegas and vitamin D and your B vitamins and things, so the body actually absorbs them. So our essential oils, and you won't find any other company in the world that actually has supplements like this with the essential oils in them that are like doTERRA's that are tested. And also our diets today, we're not getting the nutrients that we actually need from our food and our soils with industrial farming and things like that and spraying. So we need to see them as supplements, see them as food, don't see them as something else you actually need to take. So that even healthy foods can be missing essential vitamins and minerals in them as well. And if you add, like Kim mentioned about the lemon oil to it, and putting a drop of the lemon oil in the water, which actually drops your stomach acid when you have that in the morning. And it prepares your gut for actually taking in the nutrients, and that you've actually got a powerhouse combo with these here for supporting, as it says, antioxidants, DNA protection, eye, brain, your nervous system, liver function, digestive health, more energy, less discomfort, your cardiovascular health, stress, immune function. So these came into New Zealand at December 2017, so I've actually been taking them that long. And so they have actually been a game changer. And you know, a lot of other ones, I don't know if you take a supplement now, but if you've actually got really yellow pee, half the time it's the fillers that have been added to them and you're just peeing them out. So these are phenomenal. They work systemically. So that means they're bioavailable. So yeah, they are incredible and being game changers. And if people say, oh, I don't know if they're working, you need to give it at least 90 days for your body to make any changes to see how it's going. And a good way to know that something isn't working is to stop taking it. But you need to be on it long enough to actually to take, you can't be taking something for a month and think, oh no, they're not working. And that's the thing, having an autoimmune disease. I don't give up on my health every day because I want to keep myself as long as I can out of having to be in a wheelchair. And I know people cope amazingly, but I just think for me, I would rather walk into a coffee shop and meet you than have that extra and need that assistance.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's our top selling product too from the Essential Company. It's pretty awesome. So there's 3 ways to purchase or to get started. So the first way is retail. That's the most expensive way and no one really does it, but that's the option is definitely there. The best way to get these oils into your home is wholesale. So that's like Costco. So you get your products at 25% off, and you can shop online as you please for a year and get your 25% off. Or if you want an even better deal, we've got wholesale plus points, product points. So you actually can get free products. So the more you spend, the more you get back. And that's something that we can talk a little further about down the track, or maybe when you catch up one-on-one with the person that invited you here today, how that works and how to really benefit from that program. But they're all optional, so you can opt in or out of any of these. So we have our starter packs. So this is our family starter pack. I call this like our tester pack. So basically it's a bit like a little sample pack. So it gives you a little bit of all the top 10 we've talked about. It's a 5 ml, you get about 80 drops per bottle in there. Includes a diffuser and also it includes discount shopping and shipping. So this month actually is extra special because it normally is $306 in New Zealand, $280 in Australia. But now this month it's 20% off, so it's down to $244 and then $224 for Australia. So really, they don't normally discount the kit, so it's actually more like 45% off, which is pretty epic. And we've only touched the surface of what these top 10 oils do. There's so much more than what we've talked about. So they're very user-friendly in day-to-day life. The next pack is our Home Essentials starter pack. So it's the same oils, exactly the same as what we just talked about, but these are 15 ml, so you get about 250 drops in this one. And that includes a peel diffuser again and free shipping. So it was $406 or $399 in Australia. It's down to $348 in New Zealand and $319 in Australia. So yeah, that's more bang for your buck because that's not 3 times the price, is it? You get 3 times the amount of oil in that one. If I talk too far, is it your turn, Trace? I think you're the next one, Trace.
Yeah, so these with the kits you have the option of adding these add-ons to it, so the fractionated coconut oil, some rollable bottles, as you can see, to get yourself started. And then you've got different diffusers that you can add on if you want different ones. I know in the UK the Family Essentials kit doesn't actually come with a diffuser, but the Home Essentials one does. So, and yeah, if you want to know the prices of that, just let me know.
Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
The other thing you can do is design your own box. wellness box. So you might be somebody who says, oh, I would like to start with this and maybe get the lemon oil, or you might want the frankincense and the on guard ones to start with. If your order is over 100 PV, you don't pay shipping, and you also get that access to discount shopping over the year, saving 25% on retail, which is phenomenal. So you can design and go your own way with how you want to get started.
Mm.
So there's 3 types of people. So this is how both Kim and I began living the doTERRA journey, switching out toxins. So for Kim, you're probably about 10 years now that you've been using it, me for 9. So I'm so grateful that Kim actually opened her mouth and told me about it, because I was told in 2017 I'd be in a wheelchair in a year. So, and I'm not. And I don't intend to be. So, and if what I'm doing, I went to an Overcoming MS retreat, everything I'm doing is following this amazing wellness triangle that they talked about at that. So, where we can actually support ourselves through lifestyle, so diet and nutrition, movement, metabolism, reducing toxic load was the big one, and rest and relaxation. So, we can do so much more to help ourselves on a daily basis. Sharing it, so by sharing doTERRA, telling others about it, so you can actually help get your oils paid for free, or you can replace the income. Now, I had to finish work in 2017, bang, just like that. So my income died after teaching for 25 years. So therefore, it's now, as I've worked on myself and getting myself well, it's not, as I say, it's not what I do, it's who I am. So it's now become something that's really important to me, is telling others, and it fills my cup like you wouldn't believe. So you can earn an income from it as well, which is really lovely. So I've got self-worth again. So those health concerns that we asked you at the start, is there anything there that that we've tapped on that might be thinking, gosh, my immune system gets compromised often, my respiratory system, I'm often chesty, or got a cough I can't get rid of, my hormones, I'm not sleeping, I'm night sweats, everything like that, I'm moody, so low tox cleaning, maybe you've got discomfort in your body, you're not sleeping, you're stressed because you're caring, like Luana was just saying, about, elderly grandparents and things like that. I know some of you here are looking after your parents as well, children, grandchildren, etc. So, I don't think anybody wakes up without something physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually going on. It's what we do to support ourselves. And I always think of the in-flight safety announcement, that you need to put the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth and breathe easily. Then you deal with everybody else. So, and that's something I have to learn, had to learn about. For me, I had to learn to say, no, I need to sit now, I need to rest now, I need to take oils, I need to have some electrolytes, etc., to support my body. And we've got an amazing wellness assessment that you can actually do too. So if that's something that you don't know what your health concerns and what you need to work on first, just let the person know who invited you, and you can fill out that, and that'll tell you out of those areas they just talked about. It might be movement that you need to work on first. So just depends what's showing up for you.
Absolutely.
So the next step is getting in contact with the person if you want to know more, if you want to read more, or something has actually touched you and aligns with you that you would like to know more. But really, we'd love to say a big thank you for actually taking an hour out of your time to actually listen, because I see it like the monarch butterfly. Sometimes you notice it and sometimes you don't, and it depends where you are at the time. But for being open, for coming here and having a listen, that says something that you care about your body and your health. So we're here just to support you.
Absolutely.
So we might turn off the recording and
yeah,
we come and see if anyone's got any questions.
just